Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our new season, Trackside NASCAR 87 Series, Season 1, Week 1. We are here at Dover Speedway, the Monster Mile. Tonight we got 8 cars of 11 people out there tonight running a little bit of old school. Tonight we got Kurt Bray starting out in his first race with us. Obviously, everyone's first race with us in the season. Kurt Bray in the 99. 21, Tyler Smith. Jeffrey Turbin in the 10. Jonathan Medlin in the 51. Brandon Gass making his return in the 29. Andrew Kuhn in the 139. Good old Motorcraft throwback in the 139. Jarrett Streisek in the 22. Scott Streisek in the 94. Get things underway. Tyler Smith currently with a fast lap 25.5. What is Kurt bringing on a second lap? Brady Gass with a fast lap 25.2. Andrew Kuhn on his second lap. See what he can get. Andrew Kuhn, second place, beating Kurt Bray by a little. Jeffrey Turbin starting in fifth, 25. I gotta get to 25.58. Wow. 2,000 seconds slower. No steal! I'm running in second. Derek Fine 09 car out there tonight. Two cars out there tonight. As far as right now, the 21 Tyler Smith 09 of Derek Fine. Hightower has not yet ran a lap. So what, these things are a handful. Of course, tonight we are running 90 laps here at the Monster Mile. A lot of these guys don't really, not much a fan of how much you get back out of the turn, but these things are pretty fun to drive. It's just very delicate. You got to be very gentle with these things. with this session. Now being live, we are now in racing mode, or racing action. I'm going to pull in the 29 of Brandon Gass. Brandon Gass, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, man, starting out on the pole for the first race of the season. How you feeling out there right now?
Pretty good. It's really fun. It's gonna be a fun race. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Now, what are your expectations with these cars on the long run?
Sorry, Andrew's doing his pre-race spiel. It's gonna be massive tire wear on the long runs. It's all gonna be about tire wear, tire saving. Um, I'm not sure. We have about 52 laps of fuel, so I'm not sure how the strategy is gonna play out with the fuel. Should be pretty straightforward, but the tire wear is gonna be the biggest thing.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Good luck out there to you. Hopefully, we'll bring you back in leading the race.
All right, thank you.
These guys with their 90 laps of fuel, or not 90 laps of fuel, 90 laps of racing, 54 laps of fuel according to Brandon Gass. It's going to be interesting to see where everyone's going to be at pace wise. Pace car dives down into pit lane. No restart zone, just straight up points racing out there tonight. A green flag is out for our first race of the season. A lot of people side by side. These cars do push pretty tight, and so far I think everyone is trying to find the pace, trying to be calm, knowing it's a long race out there tonight. Everyone single file out. Jonathan been a little bit loose on the bottom. Jeffrey Turbis sending underneath the 21 Tyler Smith. Oh, can he save it? Yes, he can. Noah Steele right now setting the fastest lap of the session on 29.3. Oh, loose car, he saves it. Was able to keep it under control. What a save by the 10 car of Jeffrey Turbit. Right now, take a look at right here with the 8 car Nova Steel and the 29 of Brandon Gass. Guys are really close. Only 4 laps completed. 96 more laps to go in this long race. Everybody probably would be very concerned about tire wear, considering how loose this track already is. Kurt Bray working his way up to third. A little That's side-by-side action with the 21 Tom Smith and 139 of Andrew Kuhn. And some drivers already had to go down pit lane probably for damage because these things are very, very delicate. I don't think you've seen much more of a push from these guys. Because right now, Noah Steele, even though he has his fastest lap of the session, he is 3/10 out now. Is very interesting to see. Battle for first. Noah Steele was starting to get right to the bumper. Brandon Gas, Noah Steele looking low, trying to slide Brandon into doing something that he wants him to do. Noah Steele down to the inside. Turns 1 and 2 side by side. Noah Steele now with the lead. What we see that we've seen basically all Xfinity season long. Noah Steele on top, being dominant as per usual. Or will Brandon Gas finally answer the call that has been here for so long? A challenger, a contender. Gas on the outside, trying to make some moves or make some form of cutback. Oh, no, he's got his nose to the outside. Oh, Noah Steele gets loose. Oh, almost wasn't clear. Almost a dangerous situation. 8-car Noah Steele almost came up into the 29. Back and forth, back and forth. Noah Steele has answers. He has a fight for Brandon Gas in that 29 car. It's going to be something. Right now, Kurt Bray is falling back. Was top 3 contender. Now he is in 5th place, falling back, dropping back. Not something you want to see out of the 99 car Kurt Bray. He was like the fastest guy in not qualifying practice. Had a clean lap for it too. Right now, we're back up here for the leaders. Noah Steele is about going to give the 29 of Brandon Gas some shots to the rear bumper. Noah Steele with the runoff on the bottom. Look at him go. There he is. Noah Steele blocking the bottom. Brandon Gas does not have momentum to move up the track. Does not have anywhere to take any of that momentum he had. Right now, Brandon Gas has led majority of this race. I think we're going to see a lot more back and forth between these two guys. And here's the thing where I think we're not considering right now. Tyler Smith, Andrew Kuhn, Kurt Bray, these guys have been creeping up to the 29 and the 8 car because they have been battling. They've been wearing their tires. These two guys have been pushing each other so hard, so it's honestly going to be beneficial for third through fifth to be able to catch up because they were creeping. They were slowly creeping up to these guys. Tyler Smith is able to get runs into the turn, but he's not able to get runs off the turn. We're out of the corner of turn 4, or turn 2, I should say. Brady Gas kind of almost to the halfway point. We have Jonathan Medlin in the booth. How you doing, sir? I guess.
Oh, well, considering the fact that we've got 20 minutes of damage, we're doing all right.
Oh, gosh. So walk us through what happened with you on the racetrack, sir.
Well, got a little loose coming around on the first lap and just snugged the wall just a touch and had no control to turn it back to the right. And it would cut one up pull real bad to the left. Get in the pits, think we got it fixed. Nope. Coming out of pit road, hit the gas, and it just shuttle launched just right into the wall. And yeah, so that pretty much ended the night.
Unfortunately, right now, in your mind, you see the top third through fifth on somewhat been gaining on first and second. And specifically Tyler Smith. Like, he's, like, I think started, what, in fifth, and now it's up to third, gaining some momentum to first and second. Like, what do you think is going, do you think he's burning up himself? Because, like, Steel and Gas have been battling probably for a little while, been, cooking their tires and whatnot, so what do you think?
I mean, it's easy to cook tires in these cars, but the one thing about the 87s that I love, they start off real loose, and as you burn down your tires, the most that really happens to you is you slow down some. So, I mean, it's really not that big of a deal in these cars. I think Tyler Smith, as long as he continues to race patiently and kind of keep Gas and Steel in his sights, I mean, he could easily make a move on them later on. Another thing too is it's going to come down to pit strategy.
Yeah, that's a thing that what was it that Brandon Gas was saying? Don't know anything about fuel or tire strategy, but I mean, I guarantee everyone here is going to take tires. I 100% guarantee that. But fuel is going to be interesting because these guys have 54 laps of fuel. So the door can open up, at lap 40. So it's something to consider. People may take a drastic undercut, but who knows?
Indeed.
Yeah, right now, we got a battle for third. Andrew Kuhn to the inside of Tyler Smith, and Tyler Smith going way high up the racetrack. Might get the momentum off of 4. He sure does. Andrew Kuhn going down to the inside, making sure he has the preferred line. Andrew Kuhn kind of washed up into Tyler Smith. I know Andrew Kuhn
he
probably didn't mean to wash up into him because, man, these cars love to get tight going into that apex.
Yeah, they do get tight going into the apex. Coming out of the turns, they get kind of loose, but going into the turns, they do get tight. Um, I don't think that Andrew meant to wash up into him, but the one thing that he was able to do is he
Slowing his
positioned
momentum.
himself into a way that he was able to get that bottom line from Tyler Smith, and that's what enabled him to eventually make his way around him.
Oh, 100%. I mean, Tyler Smith has, in my opinion, one of the more. He's a lot more patient, and he's able to make moves when he absolutely needs to. He doesn't push so early, but his consistency has helped him out and put himself in great spots. And right now, I think that's paying off for him right now because it's starting in fifth, and right now only in fourth. Hasn't really truly lost much momentum to the 139 of Andrew Kuhn.
No, he's staying right there on his bumper, and I mean he's still giving him a fight. He's letting him know, hey, I'm still here. I ain't going nowhere.
100%, 100%. And it to me, Dover is such a fun track. It's such a challenging track in general. It doesn't matter what the car. Usually with the cars, I mean, usually these things are very loose in general, but Dover gets these suckers tight. So
It does. These cars race so well at Dover. Even back in the 80s, watching them on TV race these things at Dover, I mean, they were so fast. And you know, man, it's just being able to be in them and racing with them and the physics that iRacing gives in these things. eh, these guys are having a blast.
oh yeah, 100%. Right now, you've seen Brandon Gass making some momentum to the 8 car of Noah Steele. Oh, look at right here. Tyler Smith underneath the 139 of Andrew Kuhn. Andrew Kuhn had some momentum to get to the bumper, but he chose to back off.
Yeah, I think they both got a little bit loose coming out of turn two there, and Tyler just kind of backed off. But he gets that bottom line again coming into uh, turn one and two again, and he's able to make the pass this time.
A Kurt Braid to 99 to the inside of Andrew Kuhn. Ooh. You could pit the width of a yardstick between those cars. That's how much, in my opinion, the gap was between the 139 and 99 of Kurt Braid. Lap 37. So with what was it now? 73 to go? No, it's 63 to go, ain't it? Or something like that.
Yeah,
One and two.
lap 38 of 90 is down.
I think my math is off. No, it's 53. I was off by a 10. My bad, fellas.
Yep, we're on lap 38 now, so
And we got a lap car 94 Scott Streisig. He's gonna try his best to stay out of the way. These things are hard to get at pace. And he's ducking down and let these guys go by. Guys they're drifting more and more up into the center. They're trying to get right onto the bottom of exit 4. I wonder if we're trying to do the same thing. Yeah, Noah Sale and Brandon Gathers are both doing the exact same thing. They're dominating the turns, so they're going to try to as much as they can to, lessen the angle of the wheel that they need to turn. So Brandon Gas get a little loose right behind the 8. Lessen the angle that they need to like lessen the angle on the wheel, so that way off the exit you don't spin. And gosh,
Brandon Gas getting real close to that wall coming out of that turn there.
yeah, it's Scott not being to slow up these guys. He knows they want to race so bad. Bray, oh my gosh.
Bray taking that extreme high line, rubbing that wall to get around Scott Stryzik.
Man, he's pulling a Larson line, I'll tell you that much.
Ooh, Andrew getting a little loose coming out of turn
And
2
Kurt
there.
Bray with the run on the 139, he's going to stay way up high again. Kurt really true trying a interesting line.
You know, on some tracks and some of the shorter, faster tracks, that high line can be beneficial. But I have found on Dover, it's not as beneficial as you might think.
I think it's just a matter of fact of also has it come down to the car and the car itself. Because seeing what I just saw right then, you know, Kurt had a lot more momentum going into that bottom line of the exit of 4. And so that may or may not have helped him have more momentum to catch up to the 139 of Andrew Kuhn. So it's a wonder how this is going to work. Right now, almost halfway through this race, Kurt Bray's smacking the wall. Thomas Smith still lingering about a little bit under 2 seconds. I mean, with the small battle he had with Andrew Kuhn, this is mighty impressive for the 21 car Tyler Smith.
Yeah, he's just being extremely patient, and you know he knows that Brandon and Noah are too far out in front of him to really try to do anything there. So he's just kind of trying to race his line. And
yeah, we got a first pit partaker in the fuel and tires, and be the 45 of William Hightower. So he's pinning right at halfway, spinning this race directly in half. I wonder if that might be a smart call, because he was back in, I do believe, 8th position. So, hey, it may be beneficial for him. It may not be, but hey, ain't nothing wrong taking a little bit of a gamble.
no, when you're that far back, you know, taking that early pit right there and splitting it half, it's going to give him the ability to get back out, try to get back on lead lap, and maybe put some pressure moving towards the front of the pack on fresh tires.
You know, only being 2 laps down on a green flag run is not that bad as it seems. Because, in all reality, when the leaders pit, you already got the momentum built up, so you can catch these guys in a very interesting spot. So you could probably hold them up for a little bit. Right now, Tyler Smith and Andrew Kuhn, bumper to bumper.
Yeah, you know, much like what I said before with Tyler Smith on the back bumper of Andrew, you know, Andrew's letting him know, hey, I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm going to fight you for that 3rd place finish.
Oh, see, he's very clean, but he can be very aggressive. He's not afraid to give a bumper. But, like, you know, the old Dale Senior saying, didn't mean to wreck him, just meant to rattle his cage. I think we got another partaker in the pits. Kurt Bray and Derek 5 both are down in pit lane.
You know, I go back to an old movie line from an old NASCAR movie back in the 80s. Rubbing is racing.
That's a true saying, especially, you know, back in the 80s when these guys were racing. We're not afraid to give a bumper. When these two made contact, Andrew Kuhn shot Tyler Smith right up into the wall.
And Andrew capitalizing on that and just creating himself a little bit of a lead there. But Tyler Smith just coming back fast.
You know, I wonder if I bet you this. I don't think he got much wheel damage out of that, if at all, because he's still keeping that pace. These guys are towards the end of their fuel run, so they're going to be taking fuel soon.
Yeah, these top four, they're really going to have to think about who's going to pit first and who's going to undercut who.
Yeah, lap 53. They said it. I mean, these guys may have been fuel saving, but.
And Andrew looks like he's coming in.
Yeah, Andrew Kuhn now deciding to come down pit lane. Tyler Smith is going to have a little bit easier time knowing Andrew Kuhn's not, right on his bumper knocking.
Brandon got a little sideways coming through that turn, almost drift style.
Is it too late to call it Dover Drift?
I gotta say, the Buicks from back in the day, that these guys ran and that Brandon Gass and Tyler Smith are running in, they were some quick cars.
As always wondered the thought about this too, especially back in those days. Like, a lot of these guys are probably more dependent upon the actual quality built of these cars, because these things were the actual car. So it's interesting.
Noah Steele, the race leader, is coming down the pits.
Ooh, Brandon Gass still staying out. Will Tyler Smith follow? No, he does not, and he has Andrew Kuhn right behind him. Oh my gosh! If I was the 21 and the 29, I would go in the pit. And Andrew Kuhn washed up to Tyler Smith. I don't know if he meant to do that or not, but good gosh. Not a sight you want to see from a lap car.
Brandon Gass just called out that he's going to go down into pit road.
And Tyler Smith probably going one more time around.
Yep, but when
and Kurt Bray now with the fastest lap of the session, 25.323. He will have the fastest lap bonus point at this moment.
When Brandon went down pit lane, that put Andrew only one lap down.
So it's how much longer is Tyler Smith willing to stay out? He's got his TKSR teammate right behind him, Derek Fa. If I'm him right now, yeah, I would have pitted when Brandon Gass pitted. At least when Noah Steele pitted, but right now it just seems like one of those things of where it's a risky move to do this way. But right now, Kurt Bray
have Tyler Smith coming down pit lane.
Yeah. Got Kurt Bray going to be handing the baton if he can keep off Noah Steele. Oh my goodness, see the freight train. That is the 99, 8, and 139. Noah Steele to the inside of Kurt Bray. Andrew Kuhn was into him.
Boy, that was scary. That had my cheeks clenched.
It had your cheeks clenched and you weren't even in the car. And Kurt Bray slapping the wall. Noah Steele handing back the baton of leadership. And Kurt Bray will have the fastest lap of the session, so that will give him a bonus point in this race, no matter how you look at it. Right now,
Looks like everybody but Brandon Gass and Scott Stryzik are on the lead lap.
No, which that's very odd. I wonder if he had a penalty of some sort. Everybody else is able to get their lap back except for Brandon Gass. So I wonder if it's a timing thing in that regard. But Tyler Smith right now is still on the lead lap. Yeah, it's about 10 seconds. So
yeah, Noah just asked Brandon what happened, and Brandon said I was speeding.
I figured. Unfortunate for the 29 of Brandon Gass. He will have 2 bonus points for tonight. The pole position and leading a lap. Noah Steele, the bonus point for leading a lap and for most laps led. As of right now, he has led half of this race. And he will lead another, so no matter what happens, if he were to wreck off of turn 2, Noah Steele will have 2 bonus points simply because he has led more than half of this race.
Yeah, Noah Steele just continuing the dominant display from last season, and showing that just because these are the 87 Legends cars, he can still get her done.
And funny enough, he said this is his challenge as a hard car for him. Apparently, it's not hard enough.
I was thinking the same thing.
I mean, both Brandon Gass and Noah Steele was both saying the same thing, that it's a hard car for both of them. So it's interesting to hear that from the top two drivers. So if it's difficult with a hard car for them, so you know it's going to be like for the rest of the field. And Tyler Smith up to 5th. Let's take a look at, if you look at the scoring tower, Tyler Smith is sub 10 seconds, about 9.5 seconds back. He can probably get to 4th. Right now, Andrew Kuhn not really able to get much momentum on the 8 car Noah Steele. But he is sitting in a comfortable position of 2nd place.
Yeah, he is. He's keeping Noah in his sights, but Noah just has a way of running these lines that makes people not be able to catch up.
Yeah, it's such an interesting thing to say because Brandon Gass and Noah Steele very similar skill level. But Brandon Gass has more I rating than Noah Steele. But Noah Steele is able to run, I guess, better in a longer run situation. Right now, 20 laps to go. And Mr. Medlin, what is your final thoughts as far as we're counting the clock down on this race?
I mean, as long as the race stays green and everything stays clean, Noah Steele's probably going to go down with the win. I want to say Brandon's got what it takes to, in the next 20 laps, be able to catch up and get back on the lead lap. But I don't see it happening. Noah's running such a clean race. It's just unfortunate for for Brandon that, he did get caught speeding in the pits. But yeah, I think it's going to go down probably the way that we see it right now, being Noah Steele, Andrew Kuhn, Kurt Bray for the top three.
Well, as much I hate to say it, but I don't think Kurt Bray will be able to hold up top three because right now he's been falling
Derek
back for
Fye.
he's been falling back for like at least 10 laps. And Derek Fye right now going to his inside, and Tyler Smith has been really Derek Fye this entire time. So it's going to be a battle for third for 17 laps at least.
Well, third and fourth, because like you said, Tyler Smith's coming up right on the bumper of Kurt now.
He's been really him in for a while.
And, I'm going to say Tyler Smith probably got what it takes to get up around Derek Fye as well.
He does. I mean, the gap has been shrinking and shrinking this entire time. Kurt Bray letting Tyler Smith have that inside line probably has some damage to that right front.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's reacting the way he's driving the car. He's got bounced off the wall enough and just got some right front damage.
Right now, Nevada for fourth. Tyler Smith has right now pulling away from the 99 of Kurt Bray. What seems like reeling in the 09 of Derek Fye. See Bernie Gas on your screen still, unfortunately, lap down. 15 laps to go. And honestly, I don't think you even want to be in any form of spin or any form of wreck in these cars because these things break so easily. So if you go around, make contact with the wall, your race is probably just done.
Oh yeah, I mean that's pretty much what happened to me. I caught the wall, knocked the toe out, thought that I had it fixed in the pits, and didn't quite have it fixed enough, and come out as soon as I hit the gas, that toe slung me into the wall, and that put us so far down on damage that there was no point in even trying to continue on in the race.
Right, and Tyler Smith is still reeling in the 09 to Derek Fye.
Yeah, Darius doing a really good job of keeping that in between a 3 and 6 second pace ahead of Tyler.
Well, right now, that it was like about like how you said 3 to 4 second pace earlier, but right now Tyler Smith right onto the bumper of the 09 of Derek Fye. These guys are teammates, so I think Derek Fye just let the 21 have it.
Yeah, we just seen that the leaders, Noah Steele and Andrew Kuhn, lapped Jarrett Streisig in the 22 McDonald's car.
I think right now Andrew Kuhn does not have the pace to be able to catch up to the 8 car Noah Steele. I mean, if a caution,
I don't know that anybody.
Ooh. Oh, you thought I said caution? I mean, I was about to say if a caution were to come out, I think the person that benefits most is the 22 Jarrett Streisig because right now he is only car a lap down. And I know everybody else is going to pit. Brandon Gas may stay out just to hope to get the wave around position. So with 9 laps to go, Noah Steele pulling away from the 139 of Andrew Kuhn.
I think Andrew will be happy with that second place finish behind Noah Steele, though.
Oh, he 100% will be, but I know for a fact he was probably saying, like, I was right there at him. He was battling, Kurt Bray as well, and those top 3 guys were just so close to one another. They just, had a really long, probably a long battle, but, man,
if you take a look right behind Mr. Tyler Smith, Brandon Gass has worked his way up through the pack and is right on the bumper of Tyler Smith.
Randy Gas, had a lot fresher set of tires, but Brandon Gas has also had, in my opinion, the better pace between the two 21 Tyler Smith. And that's nothing against Tyler. I mean, gosh. Brady Gas just knows how to work a line and work it well.
He does, and that right there shows that he was at the back of the pack a lap down, and he's consistently stayed on that lap down, but consistently worked his way up through the field, and now is sitting in the fourth place spot, not in fourth place, but in the fourth place spot, and he's trying to make his way up to get back on the lead lap.
With only 5 laps to go, you're probably 10 seconds back. It's going to be a challenge for that 29 car Brandon Gas.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't. If there was a few more laps to go to the end of the race, I think he could do it and get back on the lead lap. But under the circumstances, he's not quite going to make that. But it just shows his ability, to be able to work back up through the field and get up to where he's at.
Yeah, I think right now, 21 Tyler Smith, very happy the fact of, with his circumstance being 10 seconds back and right from the start. And right now, with 3 to go and back in third, I know he's in a happy place. 139 to Andrew Kuhn falling back really drastically.
Two to go this time around, and Ben, I wanna. Oh!
What?
22 just got into the wall.
I was like, what if there was a caution? Didn't see my thing turn yellow, so I was like, well, I guess one there a caution. A white flag.
I thought there for a second it might have come out of caution, but it didn't.
A white flag in the air. Noah Steele. And man of the hour. Led 71 laps this race. So come out of turn 4. Noah Steele is your first winner of the NASCAR 87 series.
What I was going to ask you there, Ben, is how does it feel going back and seeing these paint schemes that were made popular back in the 1980s?
It's a nostalgia feel probably for the people who has watched them live and seen it live, and we're gonna pull in our race winner of Noah Steele. Noah Steele, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, started in second, led 72 laps tonight. How did the car feel in those long run situations?
It was interesting. It was tight, and then there were some scenarios under braking going into the corner where the rear end was a little dicey. If you gas it up a little too much on exit towards the end of the runs, it'd be a little loose, but majority it was tight. Definitely tight in center. I was having to run like a diamond run or line to get lap time. There's multiple times that, especially during the first run when Brandon was close to me, I was just searching for lines. Like 5 laps, the line would work, and then it would stop working, so I'd have to like search for a new line. This is definitely the most I would have to search for a line and like keep a consistent gap. To keep a consistent gap to Brandon.
Well, in your opinion, who out there besides Brandon do you think would have given you a run for your money out there tonight?
During that first run, Andrew and Tyler were able to keep a decent pace. They were gaining at a certain point. I think they got it underneath a second. Um, and then towards the end of the run, they started to fall back. Andrew did a decent pit strategy. I just think Tyler stayed out a little too long. Lost a lot of track time because tires definitely matter. So, I mean, if they could just perfect strategy, keep it close during that first run, and make a good strategy call, they definitely could be there. I mean, Andrew was there for a good amount of laps. But yeah, Brandon, if he didn't have his misfortunes, absolutely would have been close. But yeah, those are the three guys to look out for.
All right, yes, sir. Well, I know we won't see you this Friday night, but will we see you next Tuesday at Pocono?
Absolutely. And you will see me on Friday nights for street stocks, but in the booth. But
All right.
no, unfortunately, this Halloween for the fun race, I will not be there.
Unfortunate. All right, Mr. Noah, so we'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're gonna pull in second place. Andrew Kuhn. Andrew Kuhn, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, towards our in that first run, you were up there with Tyler Smith and Brandy Gass, and obviously Noah Steele for the lead. What was your thought process like when you pitted? Did you think you were able to keep up with them a little bit longer than you did?
I was kind of hoping I could stay out a little bit longer, because I figured longer pit would be better. But uh, if I didn't mess up my pit entry, I probably could have been out front for a little bit. But I just messed that up. But no, I was just trying to tire save the first stint. I let Kurt and Tyler go by real early. I know Jarrett was really close to me at one point, but I was just letting everybody else just kind of go, and then I just try to stay consistent lap time. So
Yes, sir. Well, now at Pocono, do you think your luck will change?
I'm not 100% confident with Pocono. Might be one of my worst strikes, but we'll try to go get it.
I gotcha. All right, we'll see you next Tuesday at Pocono.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
Last but not least, Mr. Medlin. We're gonna bring in Tyler Smith. Tyler Smith, my dear friend, you got a copy.
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, man, let me ask you something. I know you've stayed a little bit longer than you probably should have, but towards the end, man, you were catching, Andrew, Kurt, and your teammate Derek Fye, and you're able to keep up with Noah Steele in the first stint. So, in your head, what would you change during this race?
Well, honestly, this is my first ever race in the 87s. So to be able to save tire and run with the lead pack up there, I was pretty happy with that. And I figured if I could stretch it a little bit and have a little bit of a pressure tire towards the end, I might I might be able to squeak out another place. I think it did lose me a place, but then Brandon sped on pit road, which was a little bit of luck for me. But I'll take saving tire and running top five all night for my first race. It was a lot of fun.
Now, in, so at Pocono, difference in tracks between Dover and Pocono, which is Pocono's next Tuesday. What do you think now? First time racing these cars. What do you think going into Pocono?
I think it's kind of going to be the same mindset where you easy in, let it rotate, and then hard off if you can. Try not to use up the right front, and certainly try to keep the right rear on it because even I saw Andrew have a little slide ahead of me at one point, and that killed his race until he let him cool down, which gave me about a second, I think, a second lead on him. So I'm just learning how to manage the tires and keeping them on it, and hopefully just take it easy and run laps.
Yes, sir. Now, will we see you this Friday night in the fun race at Irwindale?
I believe so. I
Uh,
would certainly like to be there.
all right. Well, hopefully we'll see you Friday night.
Yes, sir. See you then.
Now, Mr. Jonathan Medlin, thank you so much for coming to the booth with me tonight, even though you had your misfortune in the race.
All right, man. Hey, glad that I could come in and help you call another great race, and thank you for having me in the booth and allowing me to be here and be a part of trackside. Really good group of guys. I enjoy being around these guys, and talking smack out on the track, and then getting to jump in the booth and call the race for them.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much for coming out, and we have a fun time with you in here. And ladies and gentlemen, that would do us for us here tonight at Dover, and we'll have a fun race Friday night in the street stocks at Irwindale. And that will be a little prelude to what is to come, because next Friday we'll be beginning our Street Stock series, and it will begin at IRP. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys Friday.